behind losing your person. Your person has died. They've been ripped out of your life. You no longer have access to them. You can no longer talk to them. But what was the meaning behind losing them? It's not just losing the person. And I think that is something that we miss a lot in grief. We miss that it's not just our person, but also everything that they represented for us. Our grief is everything that they represented to us and for us. It's everything that they meant to you. It's the version of who you are existing in their world. Who are you in their world? Who were you when they were alive? It's the way that your life made sense with them in it. Your life makes sense with them in it. And that's what nobody talks about. My life has meaning with him in it. And without him there, I am absolutely broken. Who talks about that? That's the part no one ever brings up, is the meaning of our person. And exactly what we're talking about here today in the live. If you're feeling stuck, in your grief pain, if you're feeling like you want to disappear, if you're feeling like no one sees you in your grief, then this is the place for you. We're going to name the grief. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to be here a long time, but I just wanted to bring you this message. It absolutely made a big difference to me. Grief isn't just about the absence. It's about the meaning. And that's what we're grieving. The meaning of who they were to us. The meaning of what they meant to us. The meaning of this grief. Have you ever stopped and realized that it's just not your person? It's everything that went along with that. What did they stand for? What did you stand for with them together? Who were you with them? What did you lose beyond their presence? Friends, that's huge. Who and what did you lose? Right? That's a question mark, right? Who are you without? What did their presence mean to you? What you lost beyond their presence? This is huge. What you lost beyond their presence. They're being present in your life. They're being present in your life every day. Them showing up for you. Even if they weren't showing up for you, just the fact that they were there is huge. It's huge. Beyond their presence. What you lost beyond their presence. Who or what have you lost? The who is the person. The what is everything they brought to the relationship. Duda's sister said, he was my brother, he was my son, he was my best friend, and he was my protector. Knowing that you lost your protector, your friend, is huge. Absolutely huge. Hey, Julie, so glad you're here. Let's pause on that for a moment. What does it really mean to you? What does that part really mean to you? Think about how your identity was shaped by the presence of your person. Who were you? I was a mother, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a sister, all of those things together. Think about how your identity was shaped by them. What do you reflect back to? What do you reflect back to that no one else is thinking about? What are you reflecting back on? This isn't about memories. I'm not just talking about memories. This is about the part of your heart where you held that space for them. The space that took up your daily life to make sure they were okay, to make sure that they were taken care of. Thinking about them. There's parts in your brain that you spent every day thinking about them. And now that's gone. That hole feels endless. And that's why grief can feel like you're falling through, like you're failing in the grief over time. Thank you for that. Thank you, Debbie, for the likes. Hey, Bella Red. It's not just about the memories. It's about the part of your heart that held them, that held their space. Let's talk about it. Most people think their grief is about missing the person. And even though that is true, even though you're missing your person bigly, and that is true, but there's more. There's so much more. You're not just grieving their absence. You're grieving the meaning of who they were to you, who they were to your children, who they were to your spouse. You're grieving the way life felt with them in it. And you're also grieving who you got to be in their presence. Who did you get to be in their presence? Who were you? I talk about this a lot because in your grief story, what's your grief story? Who were you? Who were you with them? I put who were you with them here because now that they're gone, you're a different version of you. Now that your person is gone, you're a different version of you. And that different version of you, you don't know her. You've never seen her before. You have to get to know her. You don't know who she is. Who am I without them? You're grieving who you were in their presence. You're grieving who you were in this relationship. Who were you in the relationship? Were you the mom? Were you the daughter? Were you the wife? Were you the friend? Were you the sister? Who were you? Whatever your relationship was to them, that is all different. You're grieving what they brought out in you. Hey, Erica, did they bring out the shitty version of you? Did only the shitty version of you show up for them? Or was it the best person ever? Was it the loving person that showed up? You're grieving your identity as the daughter. You're grieving your identity as their partner, as their spouse. You're grieving the identity as their parent. I was his mother. You're grieving the identity as his best friend. You are absolutely grieving the way you showed up when they were around. Bella Red says it's so true. I really felt his absence this weekend at a friend's wedding. Yeah, those weddings, those first few milestones are the worst. Absolutely. You can be in a room with 200 people and be the loneliest person in the room. I promise you, you can. I promise you, you can. Hey, Pauline, did you make it? You are grieving the way you showed up when you were around them, the roles that they played, the inside jokes that you guys had, the rituals, the routines, the sense of safety and belonging that they gave you. Grief touches all of that. It doesn't let it go. This is not just a memory. I want you guys to see this on the board, and I'm running out of paper, but that's okay. This is not just a memory. This is a meaning. And that is huge. It's not just a memory, it's a meaning. You have hundreds of meanings that go through your head every single day, memories. You remember him waking up. You remember getting coffee with him. You remember all of that. But what is the meaning we're putting to that? That's what I think a lot of us we don't talk about that. Sharon, you're in my mind and heart. These are the things I was just saying to myself last night. Turn the camera around. Forgot to turn the camera around. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. And stop yelling at me. You weren't yelling, I'm just kidding. It's the meaning. You're not just missing their voice, you're missing the way they made you feel, the way you felt seen, the way they made you laugh at something that no one understood, the way you didn't have to explain yourself around them, or the way that you explain yourself around them, or the way that they knew what buttons to push to frickin' piss you off. Some siblings, they know that. They know exactly what to say to piss you off, to get you upset. Some spouses do that too. This kind of connection sometimes is really weird and people don't get it. And when it disappears, there's silence. There's silence that leaves behind a thunderstorm. It's silent, but yet it is so loud. This is what makes grief so deep, is that people don't get it. People don't get the meaning. They are walking around it without even getting it. It's not just the memory, it's the meaning. The meaning of who they were to you, what part they played in your life, the energy they brought to your life. This is what makes grief so deep. It's not just the absence. It is the void in the meaning. It's the void in the meaning that follows the loss. I distinctly remember when I lost Austin. I missed him. I absolutely missed him. But it wasn't just that. I was no longer his aunt. I missed the way he lit up when I saw him. I missed the crazy things he would say to me and the games we would play. I missed the connection that it made to me and my sister. The part that Austin connected us. There was this part in my life that was absolutely missing. It was ripped right out of me, where I got to be just there for Austin. There were parts where I was just there for Austin. And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about the meaning or what it is. But what they say is, well, I'm sure he meant so much to you. Girl, you don't even know. And sometimes I felt like that was just it was just dropped on, it was an empty saying that they just put in, right? It was just an empty saying. They just felt like they had to say something intellectual. I'm sure you miss him so much. You must really miss him. But what people never said is, wow, this must really feel like a part of you is gone. This must really feel like someone is really stabbing your heart. If you feel really broken right now, I want you to know I see you. That's not what they were saying. What did he mean to you? Man, could you imagine if someone asked us that question? I think I'm honest. I want to be honest here. Would you think they were weird? If somebody asked you that question, man, what did he mean to you? You must feel like a part of you is really gone. What did he mean to you? And I see you right now, because this pain, this ache that's taken over your body, it's taken over your brain. It's not just about longing. It's about being completely disoriented in this world right now. So here's what I want to ask you, and I mean this from the heart. What meaning did your person bring to your life? What meaning did he bring to your life? Was it stability? Was it joy? Was it purpose? Was it feeling like belonging to something that was bigger than you? Did you feel like you belonged to something that was bigger than you? I miss the future Chris is missing. His friends started their residence today, and he should be there. You're absolutely right, Miss Sarah. He absolutely should be there. My heart to yours, love. Bella says it was safety and protection. Sarah says it was purpose. Yeah, I can only imagine it was purpose. It was my touchstone. He was my touchstone in my life. He brought comfort, love, etc. A feeling of belonging, Pauline says. Was it the way they kept you grounded when life seemed too big? When you start to panic, they made you think everything was okay? What is it? Was it in the way they held your secrets without judgment, without comparison? Because until we name it, until we absolutely name it, and we start to look at the meaning of our relationship with them, the meaning of our life, we will stay stuck. So, Erica said, oh, yes, all of the above. Bellarette says the wedding that she went to this weekend made her feel like I wasted time and a bunch of BS of life. The vow until death seemed longer than. Yeah. I want to say something, Bellarette. This happens to a lot of us. Did I waste the time? Did I say the things I needed to say? Did I do the things I needed to do? This is the question that comes up for a lot of us. Erica said he was the arms that would hold me in my worst moments. And I don't have those arms anymore. My heart to yours, my love. I was there to keep him alive. I knew nothing would ever change his love for me. Beautiful. And if we've all been told, if all we're told about grief is that we're just missing somebody, it seems so little compared to when we really open up the cabinet and we look inside. Missing them is only the surface to me. What lies underneath that? What lies underneath the missing them? What is the part no one's talking about? And it's the meaning. What lies beneath is the version of you that made sense to the world. It made sense that we were together. It made sense that we were partners. It made sense that he was my child. He completed me. She completed me. And looking at that, you have to review the entire relationship. And part of the relationship that you're going to review is the meaning. You've got to look at that. You got to work with it. You have to unpack it. Every single bit of it, even the ugly part. You have to name what's really been lost. You guys, and I'm not just talking about, well, my sister died. Well, my brother died. My sister died, and she was my best friend. We talked on the phone every day. She was the person who listened to me without judgment. I could talk to her for hours. She didn't correct me. She didn't push back on what I said. She was just there. She created space for me. I don't know who I am without her. She gave me a reason for living. She gave me advice. It is important when you're doing your grief work that you create space to find yourself again. Find yourself not just in the memory, but in the new identity of who you are, in the new purpose of you, who you are, and in the wholeness of this new meaning. You have to sit with the truth, my friends, because for some of us, it's ugly. For some of us, the truth is really ugly. I'm going to say this, and I don't know this for anyone here, but I'm going to say it. For some of us, we were really in an abusive relationship. We knew it, but we don't talk about it. We knew it when it was happening, but we don't really talk about it. You've got to get down in there and talk about all of the aspects of the relationship. You're grieving the part of you that only existed in their presence. And now, without them present, it is more painful than ever before. You're grieving the routines. You're grieving the conversations. You're grieving the rituals. And yes, you are grieving some of the memories. You're grieving the feeling of being held and understood. You're grieving the world, the way the world totally made sense when he was here. I can't even begin to imagine that for you guys right now. I remember it for myself, the way the world didn't make sense anymore. You're grieving the world made sense to you that doesn't anymore. The fact that you're grieving the meaning, I want you to know, is absolutely sacred. It's real, and it deserves to be honored. So I said when I first got on here, I was only jumping on for a minute because I wanted to go over this because I thought this was huge. This came up in Honor Society the other day. Let me leave you with this. You don't have to do this by yourself. There's nothing wrong with you feeling stuck. There's nothing wrong with you feeling stuck in grief. There's nothing broken in your heart that can't be healed. But you must be willing to show up. Show up for yourself and talk, just like you're doing now. Learn, understand. You got to be ready, people, everyone, friends. I was going to say people, and that's so rude. You got to be ready to do the work. You got to be ready to review the relationship. One of the ways I'm doing that this week is tomorrow in study hall. I started to float study hall so everybody can get a chance to come. And tomorrow's one of the first float days. So I just want to show you this real quick. Tomorrow, Grief Study Hall is going to be at 9 a.m. If you join the Facebook group, go to the link in the bio and join the Facebook group. The Facebook group is the Grief School, and we're going to be there at 9 a.m. I'm going to do an extending training from this class tomorrow in Grief Study Hall. I want to get more into the meaning of who they were and the meaning of who they were to you. So I'm going to be teaching from this class, but we're going to have more questions. We're going to break it down. Honor Society is going to be canceled this week. It's Thursday from 4 to 6. I've got to cancel it. I put in, it'll be posted that it's because of the holiday. It's not because of the holiday. I have to go sign some legal paperwork. So Thursday night from 4 to 6, I have to sign legal paperwork, so I won't be in Grief Study Hall. I will be doing Emotional Reset this week, which is Tuesday. That's a lie. Wednesday from 5 to 7. Emotional Study Hall, the encore, is this Wednesday from 5 to 7. We're doing a lot of work on the brain. You can still sign up. It's $19. You'll get all the copies in the portal. If you didn't come to any of the other classes, you go to the link in the bio and click on the link that says Emotional Reset. Right now, we're doing a study on the thoughts, the intellectual grief, and we're tying it back. Bella says, getting my tissues ready and a notebook. I was reminded that I don't need to stop and ask permission to breathe. I'm learning to show up for me. I love that. Nothing really seems to matter, Debbie said. Debbie, my heart to yours, truly. Truly, my heart to yours. Let's stop pretending that grief is just sadness. Your relationship with your person had meaning. Your grief has meaning. It's the identity of who you were and who you are. You need to find out who that is and what it is that is holding the grip on your heart. Let's take a look at this together. I'm totally ready, willing, and able to do this with you. Denise says, I carry it with me. Grievers have choices. And I love that. Grievers have choices. Coming to study hall is a choice. Taking this lesson deeper is a choice. Absolutely. Taking this lesson deeper is a choice. Okay, friends, thank you so much for letting me pop in here just for a minute. But I just had to share this because I thought, yes, Central Standard Time. She said Central Standard Time, 9 a.m., which will be 7 a.m. your time, Pauline, tomorrow. No, yeah, 7. All right. Thank you, friends. I'll see you tomorrow in Grief Study Hall. Thank you. All the social media sites.